Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the train service in Jamaica. We are at the Old Harbour train station and we are looking at one of the trains that actually run. This train works. It carries students from Old Harbour to Spanish Town and from Spanish Town back to Old Harbour in the evening. It also runs to other cities or towns in Jamaica. This line goes through Old Harbour, so I guess it stops along the way between Old Harbour and Spanish Town. And there's also a line that works from Bogwalk. I'm not sure if it goes as far as Linstead, but Bogwalk to Spanish Town. So the government is trying to get the train service back up and running. They have started with, passenger train service. They have started with a school program that's going very well, where students can use the trains. And that pilot program started with Old Harbour to Spanish Town and then Bogwalk to Spanish Town. And this is the train that runs the Old Harbour to Spanish Town route. So Jamaica had one of the first railway services in the world. They were among the first Caribbean countries, I should say, to get a railway service back in 1848 or around that time. And at one time in 1969, Jamaica had more than 1 million people a year using the trains. They had train tracks running all over the island. Over 1 million people. And back in 1960, the population of Jamaica today is 3 million. Not sure what it was 50 years ago, but we could say easily half the population used the train service. And in 1974, 1975, the train service started to get into problems because of money. It was very expensive to maintain these lines. It was very expensive to maintain the trains. And by 1992, all passenger service stopped in Jamaica. So no more trains running for passengers. Now, the reason why we emphasize passengers is because the bauxite companies still use trains to transport their cargo or their goods or their product from the plant to the ports. Those trains never stopped running. They always run. And Port Escoville is a very popular port for exporting bauxite. So recently now the government is trying to set back up the train service. Now the tracks are there. The tracks run right through Jamaica, which means the land that the tracks are on is owned by the Railway Corporation, the Jamaica Railway Corporation. It's a government entity, which means if they were to set back up the trains, they wouldn't have to buy a lot of land. Maybe if they're setting up a new route, but it would just be to upgrade the tracks. Like for instance, this train. See, the tracks are there. The tracks were laid years ago. So, I mean, this isn't the most modern looking at trains, but it works. Now, one of the reasons why the Jamaica Railway Corporation was established under the Jamaica Railway Corporation Act. This act gives the power to do whatever was necessary to operate a rail service. Moving cargo for the bauxite companies was a major function of the train. Routes Port Escoville, Maypen to Williamsfield. And then we had said by 1969, over 1 million Jamaicans a year would use the trains. Now, Jamaica doesn't have a domestic air service. You can charter a plane to fly from Kingston to Montego Bay, but they don't have daily flights like a schedule where you just go and book a ticket and get on the plane. So the main means of transportation in Jamaica is the highway or the roads. And yes, they're building them out, but they don't have a highway from Kingston to Montego Bay yet. And even so, you would have to use buses to move persons quickly and efficiently. Yes, you can drive, but buses would be the public transportation way. But with the trains, you can connect any amount of cars and get from Kingston to Montego Bay in no time. Now, the tracks are there already for the Kingston to Montego Bay route. And when they were building, or they are in the process of building Highway 2000 from Kingston to Montego Bay, one route when the highway got to St. Elizabeth was to go through the Jamaica Railway Corporation lands. Because remember, the GRC owns a lot of land in Jamaica. But that they didn't go that route. They took the highway further towards the coast. So they didn't go through the inland where the railway tracks run. So one reason, hopefully, is that they didn't want to disturb the tracks, and they wanted an additional route so that if these trains get up and running again, it would be an alternative route to the highways. Now, the government is moving ahead with plans for tourism re the trains. So they are working on getting a train service up and running from Montego Bay to the Appleton estate in St. Elizabeth. And remember, these tracks are there already because Appleton was a major sugar producer back in the day. So the tracks are there to run that route. So you could take tourists, even cruise ship tourists or persons who are staying overnight, could take a train ride through Jamaica to the Appleton factory or estate in St. Elizabeth. And they are working on that aspect of it. And the plans are pretty much advanced, so we'll keep you updated on it. And they plan to expand the train service for the students to include more towns. So we'll keep you updated on that. And then the government is also trying to get foreign investors to invest in setting back up the entire railway service. I think persons from India and China have been here and looked into it. So it's definitely something we'll keep you guys updated on. But for Jamaica to move forward, definitely going to need a train service for it to be able to move people around the island quickly and efficiently and cost effectively. So this is very important to the development of Jamaica. Alright guys, thanks for taking the tour with us today. I hope you like the update and we'll keep you updated on this. Alright guys, remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.